Well, Calvin Klein, from jeans to underwear, and the Speedo brand are among others, are the brands that make up the Warnaco Group. Its CEO, Joseph Gromek, joins us now. Joe, I know you're speaking at a seminar on economics and retail today in New York.
Sure.
It's called "Is this a recovery or as good as it gets?" A lot of people are wondering that. What are you seeing through the American consumer right now?
Well, as I said to Rob, and from the Rob report, and he's hosting the conference today. For us, we believe that this is as good as it gets, and it's more of same. The economy is obviously struggling between the unemployment rate, housing, and our politicians struggling to work collaboratively. All these factors just suggest that this is what we will be seeing in the future.
Well, the jobless rate around 9%. I mean, is this where you would expect consumer spending to be, or is it actually worse than what's reflected in the jobless rate?
I think the consumer for the first half of the year has been fairly buoyant. I think we've seen a slowdown over the last couple of months, and the expectation is that it's not going to get much better going into the holiday season in the U.S.
Okay, what about overseas? And I know you get a lot of your sales overseas.
Almost, our Calvin business, which represents 75% of Warnaco sales, 60% of our business is done outside of the U.S., nearly 60%. So we're seeing a very different dynamic outside of the U.S., where we're powerful in the BRIC countries, and we're seeing excellent growth in China, in Brazil, and actually even in parts of Europe, where we are underpenetrated.
How is that possible?
Well, we have a strong penetration in Southern Europe, in a combination of Italy and Spain, where things are a little bit more challenging. But in the north, we're doing quite nicely in Germany, France, and part of the Scandinavian countries.
Okay, where are you looking to expand then?
Primarily Asia and Latin America would be the major focus right now.
Okay, let's talk about your business.
Sure.
There's been a lot of talk about acquisition. I know you're quite aware. We had an interview with the CEO of PVH,
Sure.
Where he said on record that he's looking at acquisitions,
Sure.
And the possibility is that he may actually look at acquiring your company. Have you talked with them?
Well, Phillips Van Heusen PVH is our licensor for Calvin Klein, so we speak regularly, and
okay.
We've got an excellent relationship with with PVH, if you will. And this conversation or this topic has been top of mind for the almost 9 years I've been at Warnaco. So I think one of your colleagues, Margaret Brennan, talked to me about it over the last 7 or 8 years. So it's a constant conversation.
You mean this constant conversation about the two of you merging together?
Sure.
Well, is there going to be any fruition at some point?
Well, at some point in the future, who knows what will happen.
Well, what's stopping it? What are the issues there?
I don't think that there are issues, really. I think what we look at is as Warnaco's business right now, and we've been growing dramatically over the last 8 years. We've basically increased shareholder value. We've grown from no EPS to over $4 a share this year. We've got our stock price has grown by about 6-fold over the last 8 years, and we're creating a good deal of shareholder value. That's our job. That's our responsibility.
Right.
And we've got a strategic plan that will suggest that we'll be able to continue to do this over the long term. So we're very confident about our business, and we control things that we can control.
Right. But in your strategic plan, though, is there any factor in there of a possible merger at some point, or?
We consider all things in our strategic plan, both our own acquisitions and being acquired by other folks as well. So again, it's all about shareholder value, and that's what we try to achieve.
Okay, well, that's the job of a CEO of a company, is it not, right, Joe?
That's right.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate you joining us.
My pleasure.
Joe Gromek, the president and CEO of Warnaco Group.